tripping, this is easy, easy. Got them excited to meet me, meet me. I got diamonds, you got CZs, CZs. Wake up, get to it, and repeat, repeat. Hey, I ain't hearing nothing haters say. Let them talk about us. My whole crew is about 100 deep. Gotta walk around it. I kill it and then I walk away. Put the chalk around it. I just get low key and watch them talk about it. Talk about it. I'm in New York and we finna get loose. Squeeze the big apple and give me the juice. Don't wanna talk, I just do what it do. My alter egos can fill up a room. Hop on the flight, take a trip to Peru. Yeah, hop in the whip, that is missing the roof. My woman a fire, just look at my boo. I'm the almighty, I'm feeling like Bruce. Ooh, 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 ooh. I don't need much, a Billy a do. Ooh, 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 ooh. Breaking the hearts and breaking the rules. Ooh, 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 ooh. 10 out of 10, I'm feeling like 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. I ain't tripping, this is easy, easy. Got them excited to meet me, meet me. I got diamonds, you got CZs.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Baltimore Ravens. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. But right away, they'll change the look. Here's Walker to start the drive. Room here to run. Oh, Walker showing the power. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Smith. And Walker has it. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Now a 2nd and 2. Smith here, an audible at the line. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards there and a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now they'll audible to something else. Back to Walker on first down. Pushing through tacklers at the 30. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Seahawks.
After the run, Smith going to throw. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. To throw is Smith. He's got his target. That's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That's a big conversion there on third down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a first and goal.
Here's Walker. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Ken Walker hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at their own 18. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
That's good for a Baltimore Raven.
Another run here with Dobbins. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. The Ravens sit 5-3 now on the year. They coming off the loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple of months, CD. 5 wins in their last 8 games.
And last week they took one on the chin, but to me, this is a pretty resilient bunch. So I don't think they'll dwell too much on that loss. And they'll be looking to come out in this one and make amends right now.
Odell Beckham as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Partner, you know when we call it a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed, his elusiveness, and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. Well, this defense for the Seahawks very strong in that victory a week ago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Uchenna Nwosu got the sack there. The defense is always talking about not letting Lamar Jackson get comfortable. A good job there on his opening drive of making him uncomfortable.
And you're talking about doing it so early in the game because all week long, there's been anxiety on the defensive side of the ball. How do we keep this guy hemmed in? How do we tackle him? To get it done that early, that's got to feel great for them.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
13.
In motion left, Bateman. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Now, this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second and 7, operating from the 34. Now Smith. Throw out wide to Walker. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space as they did right there.
And now Smith going to change the play. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down, at least at first glance, as they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Walker now at 1st and 10. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Walker with another carry. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 103 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Running left is Walker. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. A give running left, McAllister. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. Like they got someone to jump there. And if that's the case, this will be a first down. Hoping for a 4th down stop. Instead, they flinch and move the chains.
Flinch, jump, not watching the ball. All the sins that you're not supposed to commit, they come into play there.
Now they'll change things around before the snap. From the gun, it's Walker. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. In motion, the tight end. Give to Walker on the read option. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack. And you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line. And he's able to take it into the end zone.
Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 14-0.
Ravens nothing. Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. And now off to the races down the right side. Racing to the end zone. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf, 72 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. On 2nd down, Jackson flush to his right. Toward the sideline, intercepted. picked by Julian Love. And the Seahawks will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here in this first half. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
No ball, no ball.
Play action. It's Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Ravens are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Smith's pass intercepted. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 23.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys.
He's got a man complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Jackson now. The 20. 10. For the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Jackson on 1st down. And there's a quick throw caught by Andrews. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
On the Seahawks 38-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Caught that one from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Dobbins again on second down. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach, or probably his agent too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
Now Jackson on second down. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Dobbins. No gain on the play that time. So a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Smith going to move him around. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And they'll get him down up past the 15. So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. They run again with Walker. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Here's Smith. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Left side complete to Lockett. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down.
1st down, Seahawks.
Out of the gun, Walker with it. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Room past the 35. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
1st down, Seattle.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Trying the left side with Walker. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
And the Seahawks 1st down.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down. Second and 6. On the give, it's Walker. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On third down, here's Walker. And he's going to be about a yard or 2 short of the first here. He needed the 35, but didn't make it. A good gain there on 3rd and 8 of 7 yards, and now a decision here on 4th and 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Steps away to it, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Uchenna Nwosu able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long, eluding the pressure right. And he is out up around the 15-yard line. Able to pick up a dozen yards there on the scramble, but not enough. 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now a run with Walker. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the Ravens' 15-yard line.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Myers' kick is good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
13 yards on the play. That's another Baltimore first down.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Flushed out right. That is caught. Rashad Bateman. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, 28 yards. And the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Tucker with the extra point, and that cuts this lead down to 13. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Hey, let's go Wednesday, on Wednesday.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now he's loose again. Inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Seahawks have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass. Let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground. And he'll take it.
And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack. And they fail on the try for 2.
33. Ravens 14. Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing is Jackson. Flush to his right. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger.
And this is going to be intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 2-yard line.
And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on 1st down. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Here's Williams to return. Now they try a lateral, but it doesn't work. It's a loose ball. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So the victory here for Seattle. And this not always an easy proposition, Charles. You had a West Coast team that traveled east, but they got the job done.
And there's so much that goes into it because your body time and your body clock different from what you're used to west, because if you go east, you're going to lose up to 3 hours. Right? So is your body going to be awake when it's time to play? A lot of teams actually rehearse it. They practice it. Maybe the week of the game, they move everything up to that time frame so guys get used to doing it that way. I remember when I played at Tennessee, when we had to go from east to west, our trainer Tim Karen said, leave your watches on East Coast time. Every piece of information we got was East Coast Standard Time. Try to psychologically tell us what to do, as well as prepare our bodies the same way.
So for the Seahawks, the victory moves them to 7-1 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Let's
do it. 3, 2, 1.
Guys, I'm go that, please don't. Go that with me. Go that.
They even got enough change in the meter. Double part looking like Bane in the beater. Her friend keep helping detangle the weave. When they jumped in the front seat to play with the speakers. Let my plans, touch on my bands. Plus when I stop at my customized vans. Plush like brush like plus I got them up plus size Panamera truck. I hop out the roof. Yeah, dime on my left wrist and she got the flu. Yeah, watch look like Chex Mix is post up be blue. She know it's 2 seats, so she leave her best friends. Bust down my dad face, your chain is a necklace.
Go that.